Hello guys, so today we'll be talking about Tim Miller. Of course, the failed director that only made one movie that was successful, okay? And that was Deadpool. Okay? Other than that, he has made what has he made? Turn the Dark Fate, one of the worst movies of the year. So Tony director Tim Miller reflects on box office trauma and James Cameron fights I'm post scene. The filmmaker has no plan to ever work with Cameron again. It has nothing to do with ever trauma I have with the experience, okay? Yep, this guy is the failed director that only made one movie, one successful movie, okay? So he's kind of feel like Ryan Johnson, okay? He made one successful movie and that's it, okay? Okay, if he makes one movie that's successful, okay? One movie, and you're gonna be telling me that, Third Dark Fate had a pretty key for success. Series creator James Cameron and Hamilton were back for the first time since 1992, and director Tim Miller was hot off of his surprise hit Deadpool, and the film received the strongest reviews since T2. Well, doesn't that's because the SJWs and critics like it doesn't mean people will like it, okay? You know, just because it has Linda Hamilton, it doesn't mean it won't be woke, okay? You know, it's just they keep using excuses for the box office Sam's, the box office failures, okay? They keep making excuses why these movies flopped instead of actually going over, why this movie flopped. So Turner Dark Fate, bombed, no one watched it, and I'm sure you can write the book on why it didn't work. I'm not sure because obviously they said, oh, it's because it's fantasy fatigue. Of course, you know, things that seem, to hate most parts of movies, but things they couldn't control. Terminator X in Terminator 4, or, it also addressed a turning quote from producer and co-writer James Cameron. There were many clear battles of this movie, okay? The borders being scrubbed off the walls from these clear battles. There is a film that was Forged in Fire, that's the clear process movie, and made a clear battle between him and Cameron. Because, because Tim Miller wanted to make this movie woke. Cameron didn't. Okay, the only thing he wanted to make that was the whole John Connor thing, and he didn't want to make it about wokeness. He wanted to make it a surprise, like it's a twist you didn't see coming. So it was kind of like you're expecting John Connor to survive, be alive, beat everybody in the film. Okay, you know I think most people were expecting movie be about John Connor in the future. You know realizing that he died in the past and that he needs to be come back that he needs to come back to stop whatever group is there now, okay? you know um and now they had many creative battles between for this movie, okay? Many creative battles for a movie that just didn't work, that made no money at the box office. It's time to show it's time when the time came time for Miller to show his director's cut. You know, he was unsure what his producer would think because he knew that his movie was terrible. Of course, he's not gonna say, "Oh, it's because the movie was woke." Okay, he's not gonna blame wokeness for turning it dark flop. Okay, he's not gonna blame that because Bill is a woke person. The rights came up and a lot of stuff that cut Jim was thought was important. We thought we had disagreements on, said Miller, but the rights came up and we got a movie. Maybe the disagreements came out around to small lines that the director said was prophetic and beautiful, but Cameron didn't care for. I wonder which lines were those. I would fight for the line, but what is important to me does the audience really care? Probably not to Miller. As far as story books go, it's not that big of a deal. That Miller and Cameron should be disagreed on what will be happening in the future. Early in development, Cameron and Miller disagreed on what should be happening in the future. Cameron says that he wanted humans to be winning, as in the first films. It was wanted humans to be losing to the reason to do for us in the Skynet. I suggested the reason would be powerful. Only way to beat it up would be strong, the finger in the crib. What's dramatic about the humans losing? What would I say? What's dramatic about, humans winning? Keep on winning. I like the last dance, not his thing. But it sounds Dark Fate wasn't persistent, ultimate control of a director, okay? That was part of the reason why he was opted not to come back to Deadpool 2, to the creative differences of Ryan Reynolds, to, why I did not want. It became clear that Ryan wanted to be control of the franchise. You can't work that way as a director, but yeah, I can't, I think Tim Miller will not be making much movies anymore, okay? He made one successful movie and that's it, okay? In a situation where he did not have ultimate control, okay, Bill acknowledged that he would likely not work with Cameron again for that reason. I could say no, but it has to do with whatever trauma I have from this experience. It's more than that I want to be in a bad situation again. Well, I have control over what I think is right, said Miller. Still Miller, he and Cameron still maintain a whole good relationship. Email from Zim. He crashed on a bit, but hold on strong. Great differences in opinion. I'll be back in LA in December. Stuff, blah blah blah. And Doc Man's box a second bomb in a matter of weeks following the Gemini Man's flop. No, it was horrible for losing for losing people money on Doc Feet. People's money on Doc Fate, okay? Even though he took upon his time to pick up the tab, well, he and Elson had did it last this week. I bought it for the billion now. Miller said, well, the irony. At the bomb, most directors might worry about being sent to director's jail. Miller knows he has a long period of visual effects before directing. He'll be fine no matter what. That's what he said. But of course, he's not going to acknowledge the real problem with Dark Fate, okay? The real problem, it was woke, okay? It was terrible, okay? The movie sucked, okay? Many, many reasons why Dark Fate was a terrible movie, okay? And of course, he can say, oh, it's because, he uses the same excuse as, oh, it's because of Cameron's fault, okay? He's going to point fingers at Cameron and not blame himself for making the movie terrible. Because he is the director, so he kind of has the ultimate edition put where to stay on these movies. So, Tim Miller, hopefully, don't have to ever direct a movie again, so you don't see any more woke movies that we're sick of seeing. We were sick of seeing all these woke movies, okay? You know, and Tony Dark Fate should be his lesson: either to get woke, go broke.